Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do the frilly edge alpha technique. This technique just creates this really cute frilly edge on your alpha bracelets. So if you'd like to learn how to do this technique, then just go ahead and keep on watching. Like I already mentioned, this technique is specifically for alpha patterns. It does not work on normal 1-2 patterns. It has to be alpha. And the first thing that we need to talk about is choosing the correct pattern in order to do this technique. This is a good example of a pattern that you would have to avoid if you would like to do this technique. And that is because, as you can see here, the color switches are on the edge. But this pattern would be a good example of a pattern that you would want to pick because there is a border around the whole thing. As you can see, the strings touch on the edge down here, but that's okay because this is going to be the bottom of the bracelet. You just want to make sure the sides have a border and you don't want any color switches to be touching the sides. Back to this pattern, for example, this is the top, this is the bottom, and these are the sides. On the side here, you can see there's color switches. You don't want that. This technique will not work if you have color switches on the edge. So just make sure you choose an alpha pattern that has a border along the sides in order to do this technique. Once you've chosen your pattern, just go ahead and start your bracelet however you'd like. I'm starting this on a D-ring, and I'm gonna go ahead and tape down my bracelet. Once your bracelet is started and ready to go, we can go ahead and begin doing the technique. This technique happens on the edge of the bracelet, so on the furthest left knot and the furthest right knot. So when you start your bracelet, you obviously start on the edge, but for the start, you're gonna go ahead and just do a normal knot, however you would do it to start your bracelet. We're not doing the technique just yet. Now just go ahead and knot the rest of your row like normal according to the pattern, but leave out the very outermost string. Okay, once you have knotted the first full row minus the edge string here, we're gonna go ahead and do the technique now. You're gonna need something to do the technique with. You can use something like a safety pin, a paper clip, a popsicle stick. You can cut like a piece of cardboard. You can use quite a few different things to do this, but I'm gonna use a paper clip because what I have found is pretty easy is you can kind of like use it and hook it onto the string, and it makes it a little bit easier when trying to do the technique. So for the final knot on the edge here, we're gonna do a normal knot. So if you guys know how to do the straight edge technique, you cannot use the straight edge technique with this technique. So just go ahead and do your normal forward or backward knot depending on what side of the bracelet you're on, just like normal. Then you're gonna take whatever object you're using, I'm using a paper clip, and you're gonna kind of just place it on top of the base string right here. Now I'm gonna take my background string and I'm going to do my next knot. So I just did a forward knot on the edge. Now to start the next row, I have to do a backward knot. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna do a backward knot with this paper clip in place. You're gonna pull your knot up just like so, and your knot's gonna stop at the paper clip right here. And then you're gonna go ahead and complete your knot. Now you can slide the paper clip out or whatever object you're using. And then you're gonna go ahead and use your nail or like a card or something, and you're just gonna push this knot up, just like so. Just be careful not to pull it. If you like pull it too tight, you might pull the string all the way through and it will ruin your little frill. So just be gentle and just lightly push that up, and then just go ahead and continue doing your pattern like normal. Okay, so I went ahead and did my full second row, and for the last knot on the edge here, we're gonna do a normal forward or backward knot, not a forward backward or a backward forward like you would normally do with the straight edge technique. If you don't know how to do the straight edge technique, then this doesn't mean anything to you, but and now that we're on the left of the bracelet, it is the same technique. I'm gonna grab my paper clip and I'm gonna just like hook it on. Again, if you didn't use a paper clip, you could just kind of like place the object on top. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do my knot like normal. leaving that object in there and then completing the knot, and then pull that object out, and then just take your knot and use your nail or something else and just slide that knot up. I'm gonna tighten it a little bit because it's a little loose. And there you go. So now once again, I'm gonna go ahead and continue doing the row like I normally would according to the pattern. We're on row 3 now, and I got back to the edge of my bracelet. We're on the right side again, and I'm gonna just do my normal knot. And then to do the frilly edge technique, this is the last time I'll show you guys how to do it. I'm gonna place my object on the base string and then take my background string and just do my knot like normal with that object in there. I'm gonna finish the knot here, pull it tight, pull the object out, and then using my nail, I'm just gonna slide that knot on up. And yeah, that's pretty much how you do this frilly edge technique. I'm just gonna continue making the bracelet like normal, and then I'll see you guys at the end of the bracelet. Here is how my bracelet came out. I just continued doing the frilly edge on the edges all the way down my pattern, and I just wanted to show you guys at the end of the bracelet. For the last row, I started on this side, so I did my frilly edge. I did the whole row, and then on the edge here on the other side, you can't do the frilly edge on this side because the frilly edge only happens when you go from one row to the next, and since it's our last row, we're not going to be doing another one, so you can't do the frilly edge for your last knot right here. So once you finish, just end your bracelet like normal. You don't have to do the frilly edge, and then just do whatever ending you're going to do to finish off your bracelet. But that was the whole tutorial for this technique. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below, and I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.